Show you how to tie a Windsor knot. This is a good sized knot for I've heard that men with thick necks look good in this knot. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and pop your collar, of course. Pretty basic stuff. And then I'm gonna have the long end in my right hand. I'm right-handed, so that's what I want to start with, because that's what we're going to be dealing with mostly, is the right hand. And then the left hand is going to be the little end. Okay. Now you want a pretty good length on the long end coming down. You want just a little bit up here. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cross the large end, it's in my right hand, over the little end. Okay. Now a lot of ties have a mark. See that little mark right there? The manufacturers put that in there, and many ties are different, and also the knots are different, so a lot of times you may not even use this, and many times you may. It just depends. So anyways, long end over the short end. Long end is now in my left hand. Okay, so we're going to bring it up through this hole right here. Okay, up through, see that? And it's going to stay on the left hand side now. It's still in my left hand. Okay, now what I like to do is I like to keep everything, the long end's my left hand. I'm trying to keep all of this kind of nice and flat. I've got a thick tie that I'm using, and if I don't kind of keep it all flat like that and nice and firm, it all kind of gets mushed up and the knot doesn't come out as nice. So long end, left hand. Now we're going to go behind what we've created. We're going to go behind here, okay, to the other side. Now it's in my right hand. Okay, I'm going to come up like this, and it's going to come down through the hole now. See that? Down through. So let's go ahead and do that. Down through. Okay. There. Now we've got our knot innards. Okay. That's kind of what it looks like. There's kind of how the back should look. Now we're going to make a little cover for the knot we've made. So now the big end should be on the left hand side. If it's not, you're in trouble. We're going to make a cover. We're going to loop it over just like that. Okay. And then we're going to come up through the middle again, through the loop. Our first step was up, and then we went through, and now we're going up again. Okay. So we go up through, and now we want to push it down through here. Okay, so we're taking this long portion, and it's going to go right down through that loop we just made. See that? And pull it on through. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. Now, sometimes your knot might come out a little funky. It does take practice, of course. Practice makes perfect. And now, see, mine's fairly straight there. Not too bad. Sometimes if you're in a rush and you don't want to sit there and fiddle with making your knot perfect, a lot of times if the corners are off, you can cover it up with your collar. See that? So sometimes if the corners end up off and you just don't have time to sit there and make knots over and over for 20 minutes, if it comes out a little off, sometimes your collar will cover it. So let's go ahead and pop down the collar. Okay. Now see what's going on here. My tie is sticking out. What it's good to have before you run into your interview, or before you run in there to wedding or whatever the case may be, it's a good idea to have somebody check you out and make sure your tie's not popping out of the top or anything. So